Every single day leaves its scars on your mind. Doubt chips away at you. Stress leaves fractures. Anxiety carves deep grooves. Each morning you wake up already wounded, not broken, but damaged. And what do most people do? They simply push forward, wondering why their spirit feels more fragile with each sunrise. Here is the vital truth they miss. Your mind is not an unfeeling engine. It is like a fortress. Each night it's besieged. The walls take hits, the gates strain. Without daily repairs, the entire structure weakens. The ancient Stoics faced this reality head-on. They weren't theorists in ivory towers. They were soldiers, emperors, and former slaves who understood erosion. Marcus Aurelius held an empire together amid chaos. Epictetus endured slavery and brutality. Seneca lost everything. They knew damage intimately, and they knew the single non-negotiable rule. You fortify your mind at dawn, or you watch it slowly fall. This is not about avoiding injury. You will be hurt. The question is, will you mend the wounds daily, or let infection set in? Today, I'll give you 12 essential fortifications. These aren't complex rituals. They are straightforward, practical repairs. Each one targets a specific weakness. Together, they transform your inner citadel into an unassailable stronghold. Seneca viewed each sunrise as a new life. To truly begin anew, you must leave yesterday's rubble at the gate. Before we start, if you're serious about building an unbreakable mind, hit like, share this with someone who needs these tools, and follow Stoic Mindset Mastery. We are here to forge resilience, not just share ideas. Don't skip ahead. Marcus wrote in his journal each dawn, not for fame, but for personal reinforcement. He knew mental strength isn't a trait you're born with. It's a discipline you lay brick by brick every morning. Your mind is scarred right now. That's the human condition. Will you heal it or neglect it? Type this commitment below. I fortify my mind at dawn. 1. Release the weight of yesterday. You open your eyes, and your brain immediately offers you yesterday's burdens, the failure, the harsh word, the regret. It pours this debris into your fresh morning as if it were a current event. Most people accept the load. They shoulder it, analyze it, let it anchor them before their feet even touch the floor. Seneca observed this lifelong habit. People dragging past refuse into their present. He offered a piercing insight. True joy is to savor the now without desperate clinging to the future. But you cannot savor the now while hauling the past. Yesterday is gone, irrevocably. You cannot rewrite it. The only power you possess is the choice to drop the weight. Imagine physical garbage. You wouldn't carry last week's rotting trash with you today. That's absurd. Yet mentally, you do exactly that. The Stoics practiced morning release, not denial, but conscious detachment. They acknowledged the past, then chose not to let it occupy the present. Here is your first fortification. Take 30 seconds upon waking. Before your phone, before planning, ask, what weight from yesterday am I still carrying? Name it, then state aloud or silently, that chapter is closed. I set it down. It seems too basic, but when you consciously release something, you command your brain. This gets no more space, no more energy. You cannot fill a cup that is already full of yesterday's dust. Empty the cup first, every single dawn. If this resonates, declare below, yesterday's weight stays in yesterday. 2. Assess your ground before building. You awaken and immediately start piling obligations onto your day, tasks, goals, demands, without a single checkpoint. Can your current foundation actually bear it all? By midday, you're sinking. By dusk, you're buried. You blame yourself, but the fault lies in overloading weak ground. Epictetus taught a foundational truth. First, define what you wish to be, then act accordingly. Know your capacity before making commitments. Consider architecture. You test the earth before erecting a structure. Is it solid? Can it support the weight? Your mind's foundation changes daily. Some mornings it's bedrock, others it's sand. Most people ignore this. They commit to 10 tasks when 3 is realistic. They say yes to please others, then crumble under the no they've said to their own peace. Even an emperor like Marcus checked his footing each morning. He noted what he could genuinely manage that day, not some idealized version. On shaky days, he built less. Here is your second fortification. Before reviewing your list, before any promises, ask with raw honesty, what can I actually carry today? Not what looks impressive. What is sustainable? Perhaps it's one critical project, perhaps it's gentle maintenance. That is wisdom, not weakness. Build only what your foundation can support. Check the ground, then build upon it. 3. Mend the first crack. A tiny fissure of worry appears. A minor oversight, a deferred conversation. It's small, so you ignore it. You'll address it later. Days pass. The crack widens. Stress seeps in. Now it's a constant draining leak. You still avoid it until it becomes a structural crisis. Marcus wrote, "Restrict yourself to the present moment. Not because the past and future are irrelevant, but because now is where your power resides. Now is when the crack is still a hairline. Picture a tiny fracture in a dam. A small sealant patch fixes it instantly. Ignore it, and pressure builds until the entire wall fails. Repairing a breach is a monumental task. Your mind operates the same. A small anxiety is a crack. A slight resentment is a crack. Address it early. Most people wait for disasters. They avoid the brief, awkward talk until it erupts into a feud. They ignore the small financial leak until it's a flood. The Stoics acted at the first sign, not out of bravery, but practicality. A small repair now prevents a catastrophic rebuild later. Here is your third fortification. Each morning, identify one minor fissure, one thing you've been sidestepping, then mend it today. Send that email, have that chat, make that decision, handle it while it's still minor. Major disasters demand heroic effort. Minor issues require simple, timely action. Take the simple action. 4. Excise the poison. Something in your life is toxic, you know it. A draining relationship, a soul-killing habit, a self-deceptive narrative. You tolerate it because removal feels daunting, so you sip the poison daily and wonder why you feel sick. Seneca possessed immense wealth but practiced voluntary simplicity. He relinquished comforts not from hatred of luxury, but to master his attachment to it. He removed potential toxins before they could take hold. If you ingested physical poison, you wouldn't negotiate with it. You'd purge it immediately. Yet with mental toxins, people bargain. That friendship that diminishes you, poison. That endless comparison scroll, poison. That core belief of inadequacy, poison. You clutch it tightly. The Stoic principle is clear. Some things cannot be reformed, only removed. You have the power to control what gains access to your inner world. Here is your fourth fortification. Identify one toxic element in your life. Be brutally honest. Then formulate a removal plan this week. Set the boundary. Initiate the change. Begin the purge. You cannot heal while the poison is still in your system. Your mental integrity is worth the temporary discomfort of removal. Affirm below, I remove what weakens me. 5. Define your immovable pillars. You bend on everything, and so nothing in your life feels solid. You compromise values to avoid conflict. You break promises to yourself at the first hurdle. When everything is flexible, everything eventually snaps. Cato the Younger lived by an uncompromising code. When offered his life in exchange for surrendering his principles to Caesar, he chose death. He protected the load-bearing walls of his character. You face smaller tests daily. Each time you bend on a core principle, you weaken a structural pillar. Your self-respect, your purpose, they rest on these pillars. Imagine a building. The load-bearing walls must remain rigid. You can repaint, rearrange furniture, but compromise those walls and the whole edifice collapses. Your principles are those walls. Here is your fifth fortification. Each dawn, decide on 3 non-negotiable pillars for the day. Not goals, unbreakable laws. I will speak truthfully, even when uneasy. I will honor my body's need for movement. I will not accept disrespect. Write them. Speak them. When the day tests you, and it will, your answer is pre-decided. The pillar does not bend. Marcus lived by a simple directive. No more debates on what a good person is. Be one. He didn't. Negotiate his principles, he embodied them. 6. Vent the steam. You lock everything inside. Stress, anger, unspoken truths. You mistake this containment for strength. It is not. It is a boiler building pressure until it explodes. As emperor, Marcus had to project unshakable calm. Yet each morning he vented steam into his private journal. Brutal honesty, raw fears, true struggles. He provided a release valve. Consider a sealed pot on high heat. With no outlet, it will violently rupture. The pot isn't stronger for holding pressure. It is doomed by it. That argument you're avoiding? Pressure? That emotion you're suppressing? Pressure? That truth you're hiding? Pressure builds daily. The common delusion? If I just hold on, it will dissipate. It won't. Pressure either finds controlled release or causes destructive explosion. Epictetus advised, if you wish to improve, be content to be seen as ignorant. In practice, say the hard thing. Admit the vulnerable truth. Release the steam. Here is your 6th fortification. Every morning, deliberately release one measure of pressure. State one uncomfortable truth to yourself or another. I need help. Your action hurt me. I am afraid. You aren't seeking a fix. You are preventing an explosion. Strength isn't about holding everything in. It's about knowing when to vent. 7. Plan for the storm. You proceed as if the sky will always be clear. When the storm hits, as it always does, you are blindsided, panicked, with no shelter. The Stoics practiced premeditation malorum, the premeditation of hardships. Each morning they envisioned things going awry, not to invite misery, but to build a mental shelter beforehand. Seneca would ponder, what if I lose my status today? What would I do? When misfortune struck, he wasn't shattered. He had already rehearsed his response. A building with no emergency exits is a death trap in a fire. A life with no contingency plans is a crisis waiting to happen. The unprepared person freezes. The prepared person acts because they've already walked this path in their mind. Marcus faced constant turmoil. He wrote, "You possess power over your mind, not external events. Understand this, and you will find strength. Part of that power is preparation. Here is your 7th fortification. Each dawn, consider one thing that could go wrong today. Spend 30 seconds deciding your response. If the deal falls through, I will. If they say no, my next step is. If I fail, I shall." You aren't summoning trouble. You are dismantling panic. A backup plan isn't pessimism, it's strategic resilience. It separates those who withstand storms from those who are swept away. 8. Guard the gate at dawn. Your phone glows on the nightstand. The alarm rings. Before you have a conscious thought, your hand grasps it. In that instant, you've surrendered your day. Your mind, fresh and clear, is instantly flooded with other people's agendas, crises, and chaos. The first input of the day sets its entire tone. Let chaos in first, and chaos reigns. Epictetus taught in a bare, simple room. No clutter, only essentials. He knew a cluttered space creates a cluttered mind, and a cluttered mind cannot see clearly. Imagine starting work in a room piled with junk. You can't focus. Your morning mind is that room. Checking your phone first is dumping yesterday's junk into it. That urgent email injects stress. That news headline fuels anger. That social feed sows comparison. You begin your day poisoned, not by your life, but by the world's noise. You have a choice. You can protect your dawn mind. Here is your 8th fortification. For the first 30 minutes you are awake, allow no external voices, no phone, no news, no feeds, just you. This will feel alien. Your brain will protest. You are not missing anything crucial. You are reclaiming your most fertile mental state. Use this time intentionally. Sit in stillness, move your body, read something substantive, plan with clarity. The world will get its turn, but not at the price of your peace. Declare below, my mornings are my own. 9. Nourish with quality, not junk. You wouldn't fuel your body with garbage and expect peak performance. Why feed your mind junk and expect clarity and courage? The first mental meal of the day tints all subsequent thoughts. Marcus was meticulous about mental consumption. He wrote, "The soul takes on the color of its thoughts." This is literal. Input dictates output. Consider a water filter. Polluted input yields polluted output. Your mind is that filter. Most people start their day with mental junk food. Sensational news, social comparison, trivial entertainment. Then they wonder why they feel scattered and anxious. The Stoics were strategic. Seneca read philosophy at dawn. Marcus reflected on principles before facing imperial chaos. They fed their minds substance. Here is your 9th fortification. The first content you consume each morning must make you stronger, not just distract you. Read a page of wisdom. Listen to an educational podcast. Watch something that inspires growth. The form matters less than the intent. Nourish. Don't just numb. Your mind, like your body, will crave its usual junk at first. Persist. Quality input cultivates quality thinking. Junk input breeds mental clutter. Commit in the comments. I feed my mind strength. 10. Seek voluntary resistance. You flee discomfort. You choose the path of least resistance. Then, when life forces hardship upon you, you break because you've never practiced bearing weight. Musonius Rufus, a great Stoic teacher, advocated intentionally seeking difficulty, not for suffering's sake, but for training. He would fast, sleep on hard ground, endure cold to fortify his resilience. Athletes train. They push limits in practice so they are ready for the game. Your mind requires the same. Disciplined training. Untested strength is an illusion. Everything seems fine until the first real challenge arrives, and then you have no resilient muscle to call upon. Our comfort-obsessed culture forgets. Ease makes you soft. Daily choosing the easy path trains you to be helpless. On the hard, one life will inevitably provide. Here is your 10th fortification. Each morning, do one thing that is deliberately uncomfortable. Take a cold shower. Do the harder workout. Initiate the tough conversation. Sit with silence instead of distraction. Choose the more difficult option. You are not punishing yourself. You are training. You are proving to your mind that discomfort is not danger, but a forge. Strength is built in the voluntary struggle, not found in comfort. Epictetus said, "Difficulty reveals a person's substance." If you never seek difficulty, you remain unknown to yourself until life forces the test. Test yourself first. 11. Conduct the daily inspection. You ignore small signs of wear until they become catastrophic failures. A flicker of stress, a whisper of doubt, you dismiss them. Then one day, the system crashes and you act surprised. Marcus, despite his burdens, conducted a daily inspection of his mind. He journaled, examined his thoughts, assessed for damage. He knew a small repair today prevents a total collapse tomorrow. You maintain your car, you check the oil, the tires. Why not your mind? Most people only pay attention during a full-blown crisis, the mental equivalent of a broken-down engine on the highway. The Stoic practice of evening review wasn't self-flagellation. It was maintenance. Seneca would ask, "What did I correct today? What needs correction?" Here is your 11th fortification. At the start of your morning, perform a quick 3-question audit. What did I reinforce yesterday? Acknowledge progress. What is showing early strain? Spot the small crack. What requires attention today? Identify one area for maintenance. This takes 2 minutes. 2 minutes that can prevent months of repair work. Catch the fracture when it's hairline. 12. Lay one permanent stone. Your daily grind is ephemeral. The urgent email, the stressful meeting, they will be dust in a month. Spending your life solely on the temporary leaves you feeling hollow. Marcus knew his power and empire were fleeting, so he focused on building something that could outlast marble. His thoughts, he wrote them down. 2 millennia later, they still fortify people. That is permanence. Your typical day is reactive. You put out fires, answer demands, consume content. At day's end, what have you built? Nothing lasting. You've spent energy but created no legacy. The Stoics grasped a profound truth. Work on the temporary feels empty because it is. Work on the permanent gives life meaning and weight. Seneca's letters endure. Epictetus's lessons guide. Marcus's meditations strengthen. They built things that survived their mortal lives. Here is your 12th and final fortification. Each morning, perform one act of creation. Build something that will exist beyond today. Write a journal entry that clarifies your truth. Teach someone a valuable skill. Create something with your hands. Help in a way that alters a trajectory. It need not be grand, it must be additive. Something that, if done daily for a year, leaves a real lasting structure. Epictetus urged, "Don't just describe your philosophy, live it." Your life is your philosophy. If it's spent only on the temporary, your philosophy is emptiness. If you build something permanent each day, your philosophy becomes, "I was here, I built, I mattered." Tomorrow, before diving into the urgent, ask, "What stone will I lay today for a structure that will stand next year?" Then lay it. State your legacy below, "I build what lasts." Your mind is chipped away at daily. That is the cost of engagement. Stress fractures it, doubt weathers it. That's what happens when you are alive and striving. The chasm between those who flourish and those who falter isn't that the former avoid damage. It's that they repair it at first light before the cracks can merge into a canyon. These 12 fortifications are practical, not always easy, but clear. Release yesterday's weight, assess your ground, mend the first crack, excise poison, define immovable pillars, vent steam, plan for storms, guard the dawn gate, nourish with quality, seek voluntary resistance, inspect daily, lay permanent stones. The Stoics weren't myths. They faced wars, tyranny, exile, loss. They understood the ultimate choice. You reinforce your mind each morning, or you permit its gradual ruin. You don't need all 12 tomorrow. Start with the 3 that speak most urgently to your current cracks. Master them, then integrate more. Your mind is worthy of this daily discipline. You are worth the consistent effort. Every sunrise offers this chance to repair before you break. If this serves you, hit like now. Comment which fortification you need most. Share this with someone whose inner walls are straining. Follow Stoic Mindset Mastery for more tools to build resilience. Marcus wrote at dawn because he knew the power resides within your mind, not in external chaos. Wield that power, fortify your mind, build yourself stronger day by day. Tomorrow, begin the repairs. Your unbreakable self awaits. Affirm in the comments, "I reinforce my mind every dawn."